The fire within us is the force that is wanting to shape a new identity. You may have been receiving different memories, almost like a airdrop, different times in your life, different memories, different versions of self, old reactions. And they really only exist in the mind and in the pain body. Releasing the attachment to the mind, moving the body through. What's there that's stopping? What's there that's preventing? What is there other than what is within us to prevent the birthing of our fire through our creative expression, through our voice, through our movement, through how we be? The fire within us wishes to craft us in a new, fluid way where we allow the true expression of what is felt, the true expression of our instinct, of the impact that we individually make in that way. If you're not expressing your opinion, if you're not voicing your truth, if you're not being true to the impulse within you that's brought up in any conversation, any situation, any decision, if you're not staying true to the impulse is the fire, the impulse is your desire, the impulse is your truth, that current is what will take us forward. Allowing the current, allowing the flow, surrendering all the fear that comes up, the doubts, the attachments, the what ifs, the yeah buts. They're not real and they represent the past. The pain body is activated right now in the collective consciousness, and for many people there's a resurgence of old feelings, possibly physical symptoms. Again, do we attach a story to them? Do we tell ourselves there's something wrong with us? Every single little thing that's coming up right now is showing where there is a block to the current. Everything that is coming through the mind, everything that feels like a limitation, is actually just an indicator of where we have not been free, and we have a choice in this moment to allow the impulse to come through and be the thing that's felt, to allow that innate pulse to take up space, to be expressed, to be received by another, regardless of how they take it, of what they think, of whether they judge us. Allow it in any small way that you can, in any moment. A lot of the shady fears have no ground anymore. If we actually look at them, if we dissect them, they don't have any solid ground. In reality, there is nothing to fear. It's different if you're in a physical situation where somebody's threatening you. Now, I'm not referring to that in this moment. I'm referring to the fears that we compound in our mind and that then form like a runaway train. When we really look at these closely and shine a light on them with curiosity, with the intention to question, dismantle, we often find that the fears have no basis, of no grounding. What is far stronger, more organic, is this pulse of life that's coming through us, however distant it may feel, however small or quiet, because the voice of spirit is very quiet, the voice of the ego is the loud one. So you may be getting very small impulses, but they've got a very deep thread. They've got a thread over your life. They connect to who you truly are. They connect to your deepest desires. And that pulse can be felt in completely unrelated moments. In moments where the situation is actually very mundane, the circumstances are very mundane. It may just be a family conversation. It may be a dynamic between friends. It may be something that's going on at work or in your relationship. There is a part of you, there's an impulse within that pushes, that's pushing to come through. Something needs to be spoken in a different way. Something needs to be given more clarity of truth. A clear, definitive, this is what I think. Actually, no, I don't want that anymore. It can be a very small thing, but actually it's monumental. the devil's in the detail. Look very closely at where you are limiting yourself, where you are holding your voice back, where you are restricting your truth, where there's a little bit of fear or doubt as to whether that expression, how it will be received. Look very closely in those areas, because that's where the gold is. Just allow that tiny little bit of expression, the more fire, allow the fire through. Allow the creativity, just for the sake of it, through. Allow that little bit of lightness and joy. If you're walking your dog in the park and you walk past the swing, you get a little thought in your head, oh, I'd love to jump on that. Jump on it. Don't squash yourself in any way. And it will create a space, a pulse, and widen the gap that's just there, a little space that you can get into if you allow yourself. Widen that, expand it. Anything that feels good, go into it. You'll be shown very, very clearly. It's very clear when it's in the body, whether something is matched for us, whether it's aligned. In other words, whether we are aligned with the truth that's within us, or whether we're playing out something different, whether we're still performing, pretending, wearing a mask. The masks are dissolving, and the fire is the force, the impulse that clears that out of the way and allows our true, divine, creative, organic expression, however that wishes to. It's an energy. It hasn't got an end form. So don't try and force it into what you think it should look like. Just stay with the pulse. And anywhere that you can give yourself permission to allow that more freely, then that's where you are. That's where it's at. That's where we lean into. Beautiful times. And I'm just sending you so much love. Thank you for being here. Just show you these wonderful trees in the church are full bloom as we come up to Beltane. It's the most magical time. I love you. Until next time.